Namaste, angels. Thank you for joining, liking, sharing, and subscribing. This is the daily reading for today, Tuesday, October 15th, beginning with the year 1581, when, commissioned by Catherine de' Medici, the first Ballet Comique de la Reine, is staged in Paris. 1815, Napoleon Bonaparte arrives on the island of St. Helena to begin his exile. 1951, Mexican chemist Luis E. Miramontes synthesizes the first oral contraceptive. 1969, Vietnam Moratorium Day. Millions nationwide protest the war. In 1993, Nelson Mandela and South African President F.W. de Klerk are awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. Did you know Dutch exotic dancer Mata Hari is executed by firing squad for spying for Germany during World War I at Vincennes near Paris? It happened on this day. She was executed on this day in the year 1917, which equals 9/9, and she did indeed meet her end. Famous birthdays: Timur Khan, Akbar, Friedrich Nietzsche. Would you believe 11-year-old Grace Bedell writes to Abraham Lincoln telling him to grow a beard? Happened on this day in the year 1860. Famous deaths: Mata Hari, Hermann Goring, Carlo Gambino. Carlo Gambino was a gangster, both American and Italian. He's known for being the boss of the Gambino crime family, which is still named after him today. He was born on August 24th in 1902 in Palermo, Sicily, Italy, and was a Virgo. He died on October 15th in 1976 at the age of 74 of a heart attack. Hermann Goring looks like a Nazi. He was. Hermann Wilhelm Goring was a Nazi politician, a World War I fighter ace, winner of the Pour le Mérite, an early member of the Nazi Party, and head of the Luftwaffe. He was born on January 12th in 1893 in Rosenheim, Kingdom of Bavaria, German Empire, and was a Capricorn. He died on October 15th in 1946 at the age of 53 of suicide, like most Nazis did. Nazi officials. They killed themselves, including Hitler. Mata Hari was fully named Margaretha Gertrudia Zell, and she was an exotic dancer, courtier, and German spy. She was Dutch. She was executed by firing squad for spying for Germany during World War I. Her guilt was debated for decades, but German documents unsealed in the 1970s prove that Mata Hari was indeed a German agent. She acquired her stage name Mata Hari, which means Eye of the Day or Sun in Malay, while living in the Dutch East Indies, which are now known as Indonesia. It was also in the Dutch East Indies where she learned the exotic dances that would later make her famous. She was born on August 7th in 1876, which equals 1304 or 1111, in Leeuwarden, Netherlands. Actually, August 7th also equals 6. It's like a 613 or 19 altogether. She was a Leo, and she died on October 15th in the year 1917, again, which is 9/9, at the age of 41 of execution by firing squad. Going back up to the birthdays, Friedrich Nietzsche was a philosopher, German. He was a gifted philosopher who became the youngest ever professor at Basel University at age 24 in 1869. While in Basel, Nietzsche formed a friendship with the composer Richard Wagner. He's known for numerous major works of philosophy, quite controversial at the time, like Apollonian and Dionysian, Übermensch, and also Sprach Zarathustra. He is particularly associated with nihilism and associates it with the modern age. His life descended into madness after 1888 and he spent the last 11 years of his life suffering mental illness, generally thought to have been brought on by syphilis contracted as a young man. He was born on October 15th in 1844 in Rocken bei Lutzen, Kingdom of Prussia, which is now Germany, and was a Libra. He died on August 25th in 1900 at the age of 55 of a stroke due to syphilis. Akbar was fully named Abul Fath Jalal ud Din Muhammad Akbar, and he was both Indian and Pakistani. He was the third and one of the greatest rulers of the Mughal dynasty in India. A strong personality and a successful general, he gradually enlarged the Mughal Empire to include nearly all of the Indian subcontinent north of the Godavari River. To unify the vast Mughal state, he established a centralized system of administration throughout his empire and adopted policy of consolidating conquered rulers through marriage and diplomacy. He was born on October 15th in 1542. So he was born in 10666 in Umarkot, Rajputana, which is present-day Sindh in Pakistan. He was a Libra. He died on October 27th in 1605, which is another 66, at the age of 63. 1605 is 66. October 27th would be 19. And lastly, Timur Khan was emperor of the Yuan dynasty, Mongolian, also known as Ojechu or Emperor Qiming Guangzhou. Timur, which means blessed Iron Khan in the Mongolian language, ruled the second emperor of China's Yuan Mongol dynasty from the year 1294 until his death in the year 1307. Timur was also the nominal sixth great Khan of the Mongol Empire around the time of the empire's dissolution into four separate khanates. Timur's reign was largely successful despite having to fight off rebellions in South China and Korea, challenges to his throne, and a large-scale corruption situation with his empire. He was posthumously, after his death, given the temple name Chenzang, which means accomplished ancestor. He was born on October 15th in 1265 in Khanblak, Dadu, or modern-day Beijing, Mongol Empire, Yuan dynasty, and was a Libra. He died on February 10th in 1307 at the age of 41, and he was the last for the day. So, going to the dice. We're beginning with forget it, eat cake, and stay in bed. It's like just nothing really matters, like Freddie Mercury said. Email. Still eat cake. Somebody's celebrating something, or they just like cake. And dirty movie. Might be sending pictures along with the email or FaceTiming or something. Planning an online date. Oops, I dropped a die. Got it. Planning an online date or something maybe. And it could be a brand new path for you. Maybe you've never done that before. Major Arcana card 0, the Dreamer or the Fool, is about a brand new path. You are starting a new adventure. Run free and take a leap of faith. Kind of the masculine today is the 3 of Spring, 3 of Wands. Stop to take time to review and to make long-term plans, capitalizing on your past successes. It's appropriate to pat yourself on the back for your accomplishments, but you may also need patience for the next phase to play out. You can see something that you're manifesting on the horizon. It has begun to take form. Of course, as a 3, this may also have something to do with some sort of party of 3, possibly even a love triangle. Surrounding the masculine, the 6 of Winter. The challenging times are coming to an end, and you can now breathe a sigh of relief. Let go of the past and embrace the happier times ahead. Somebody is getting a divorce. It may involve a fire sign. and or an air sign. Even though these are not court cards, I feel that they represent the energy of the people. But the Six of Winter is from where I got, or Six of Swords is from where I got the divorce. It's a positive card, but I just saw something about severing and in connection to a party of three. If it's not like a divorce in terms of the literal term, a marriage that's dissolving, something else, some other party of three may be dissolving, or we may be divorcing ourselves from something, a person, place, or thing that no longer aligns with us, and that is for the best. Okay. Masculine subconscious. The Nine of Winter. Yeah, we're worried about it. Don't worry about it. It is for the best, I promise. You're probably confused, like, I don't know if I should be doing this, or I should be leaving this alone, or divorcing this thing or person. Yeah, you should. Your worries and fears aren't real. They're fueled by focusing on the negative, which gives power to that of which you're afraid. Stop worrying, let go of fear, and everything will be okay. A couple of you may just really need some rest also, with stay in bed having shown up in the dice, and now the Nine of Winter being here. I'm just getting, it can mean, yeah, that you need some actual rest, some sleep. You're not getting enough sleep, and I don't always feel that or mention that, but I did just now. Crowning the feminine today. Ooh, very nice. The 10 of Autumn. Contentment comes from knowing that your finances are okay. Somebody might be getting a check, maybe an inheritance or something. Could show up in the mail, or papers to fill out so that you can get the inheritance, or some kind of progress further. Maybe you'll get an email, since emails showed up in the die, or a phone call letting you know what the next steps are. But I'm just feeling like this is connected to a family as opposed to one person, although of course it can be a one person situation too. I'm just feeling some sort of family situation very strongly. And contentment comes from knowing that your finances are secure and your family's material needs are taken care of. It's important to honor traditions and to have pride in your heritage and the accomplishments of your ancestors. Surrounding the feminine today. The 5 of Autumn. Focusing upon the negative or worrying about money or your career can block your progress. Maybe you've been worried about, like, where is the money? Where is the paperwork? When is it coming? When am I getting the check? And that can block your progress. Because your trust and faith are at a low point right now, it's not the best time to start your own business or to become self-employed. Of course, this can also relate to relationships, the 5 of Autumn or Pentacles. And it is about fear of commitment, fear of abandonment, just fear, period, based on our past relationships. What if this doesn't work out? What if they don't really like me? What if they don't love me? How do I know I love them? All this kind of afraid stuff. Feminine subconscious. Major Arcana card 1, the Magician. So despite that funky energy, you've still got the ability to turn it all around for yourself. Major Arcana card 1, the Magician, represents the sign of Gemini, and it's all about manifestation. And as a Major Arcana card, it is stronger, not only of, the 10 of Autumn, which you don't need it to be stronger than, because the 10 of Autumn is a positive card, but certainly this 5 of Autumn. There is magic in the air. You can manifest everything you need to be successful. So there's no need to worry about your relationships or your pockets or anything. You can bring about what you need. Crowning, the 10 of Summer. Family maybe surrounding you, getting together, maybe remembering somebody, memorializing somebody or something. It's time to express your love and appreciation for family, be it relatives or chosen family of close friends. Congratulations may be in order on a happy, fulfilling marriage, as well as raising happy, balanced children. At the roots, speaking of Gemini or air sign energy, it is the Princess of Winter. Logical, truthful, curious, and undiplomatic. This is an intellectual challenge that calls upon your ability to think of a matching solution. If helpful information is put to you bluntly, accept the message without being bothered by the messenger. The Princess of Winter may in fact be a Gemini, especially with the Magician sitting here next to it, but can also be an Aquarius or a Libra or someone likened to those traits or attributes, and may be connected to, again, the delay or some information that you receive about a financial situation or a relationship, a family situation, something having to do with a family asset, a home or something maybe. But again, there is an opportunity and the potential to turn anything that is negative or doesn't appear to be going your way, to turn it around for the better. This air energy also maybe is perhaps brought on by the fact that Mercury has entered its shadow. It seems like we don't have to wait till actual Mercury retrograde. It's still, as soon as it starts, as soon as it's approaching retrograde, it's in shadow, it seems that these funky things start to happen. At the heart of the matter is the Nine of Autumn. So this is another indication that all will be well. Some of us may end up single, but maybe because we blocked our, relationships, but we're all right single. Maybe we need to be single. Maybe we need to spend some time by ourselves, getting to know ourselves better. The Nine of Autumn is all about self-care, self-love, while you have the ability to do it, because you're not focused on other things. You're not worried about money at the time or necessarily love and relationships, so you are able to focus more on yourself. Your success has brought you financial security and the reward of much deserved time off to enjoy your own company. You may suddenly have a brilliant idea for a business or a self-employment opportunity that will be very successful. If you do have that sudden idea, make sure you've already shaken off this energy before you try to start a business, or you will manifest negativity. Further advice to the masculine: some sort of news, communication, buzzing around to or from you, and maybe brought on by an air sign, maybe more specifically a Gemini, and the universe working behind the scenes on your behalf toward your betterment also, and toward movement, positive movement in your life. You've been presented with many wonderful opportunities all at once. While this may feel very stressful, remember to be grateful for the blessings that heaven sends you. This too, of course, holds a fire energy. Fire energy and Wands spring is all about movement for me. And speaking of that energy, the feminine is getting some too. It is the King of Spring, inspiring, dramatic, ambitious, and wise. Now's your moment to step up into a leadership role. Don't back away from the spotlight, as your plans will be successful as long as you stay focused upon the big picture. A feminine may get put in charge of something, if not a family, like you're the matriarch, the leader of the family, then perhaps at work. And that's why all these Pentacles cards, coins, autumn cards are showing up here. Something supervisory, or again, maybe even starting your own company. You are the boss. If you stay focused in the big picture, you indeed can have that. Remember, brand new path if you have faith. And maybe they want to tell us also, not only if you have faith, but if you put the work. Prayer without works is dead. And the Eight of Autumn just stood up for me to see. It's the perfect time to learn all you can by returning to school, taking a seminar, or conducting research. Do your best work, and the law of attraction will bring you prosperity and career advancement. That means where you put your effort, where you put the work, is from where you will get the outcome, and it will be in kind to what you have done. I hope you guys have enjoyed the daily and that you find it helpful. I will be back tomorrow. Namaste.